like me. This just came out of nowhere, drowning slowly, forgot how to breathe. Never thought we'd go apart, you never break my stupid heart. You took it all from me. Looked so different at the start, but now I'm searching in the dark for what we used to be. In my head, I still remember it all. Oh, lost again, catch me, don't let me fall. No, just hold me like you do. Just hold me like you do. Hold me like you do. Just hold me like you do, like you used to. Stay awake to find the reasons. Is there someone else on the scene? 'Cause you're empty and uneven, still alive, but incomplete. Never thought we'd go apart, you never break my stupid heart. You took it all from me. Looked so different at the start, but now I'm searching in the dark for what we used to be. In my head, I still remember it all. Oh, lost again, catch me, don't let me fall. No, just hold me like you do. Just hold me like you do. Just hold me like you do, like you used to. Hold me like you do. Just hold me like you do, like you used to. Hold me like you do. Just hold me like you do, like you used to. Hold me like you do.
I've been learning how to love again. It's like a rush of blood straight to my head. I've been learning how to love again. I can feel it crawling under my skin. Just don't know why it's taking me all this time. Mending all these worn out feelings in my mind. I just wanna love me like you do. I just wanna love me like you do. I've been chasing all these feelings, but I couldn't even hear my truth. I've been running from emotions every time I feel something new. I just wanna
tune, good tune, good tune. Let's get going, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. I actually have to close the door in here. 1 second, Mum's on the phone. I don't want to get that in the background. That'll put me off. Hello, everybody. It is Damo. Liverpool won a game of football. Let's go. But it is partner Prem. We're with Maidenhead. It's season 9, and here we are. We have got ourselves a start to the Premier League. That is Arsenal, United, Chelsea, and Liverpool. I don't know if you can get one. Sammy, or not. Oh my God, he's here or not. Yeah, I am. I'm right here, mate. How's things? Poker stream today? No. No poker stream today. We did stream poker a couple of days ago, Sammy. If you want to go and check out the stream, I'll give you a link to that. You can go to my YouTube channel, because I am streaming both on YouTube and Twitch, which means I can save all my VODs. And you can go into my playlist if I go and bring that up on screen for you guys. I don't know why I've done it this way, but sure, we'll go with that way. You go to playlist, and in playlist, in live stream poker vlogs, you've got your videos here, and the only video so far is this one here, where I did win the $152 you're a YouTuber now, not a Twitcher. I've got Twitch and YouTube. Just that on Twitch, you can only save your VODs for 30 days, where on YouTube, you can save it for lifetime. So I prefer to save my VODs on YouTube. But yeah, as you can see here, very tough start. It'll be interesting to see how we go. I haven't actually done a title for this.
That's what I can say to describe this one. Ooh. Ooh, what was this? This was really good.
I know you win now. Yeah, you can go and check us out. It's not that hot, no. It's pretty cold, Sammy, but there you go. There we are. That's all up to date, which is good. You can always check it out with weather. Thank you very much for the follow there, Sonesta Gamer. Which is not too bad as well. Thank you for the follow. But yeah, it's only 18 degrees. Feels probably a bit warmer than what it is. But yeah, we've got our Poker Live VOD there, which you can go check out. If you want to check out how we won, I'll put that on screen very quickly as well. This wasn't meant to be a poker vlog, but as you've got a poker stream. As you guys know, I am returning back to playing some poker, which is good. But yeah, we won the 152 PKO, which is quite nice. One of the biggest tournaments we play per week. So yeah, it pays for basically a week worth of grinding this tournament here, which is quite nice. It is very soft on PPP, so I definitely do look to play quite higher, my higher buy-ins on PPP, but yeah. Here's the hand. 6, he's going to bet pot. This guy was very weird, Sully, but I love the bet pot heads up every time. It was weird. And then watch the sizing tell. We don't say it in game. We watch the sizing tell. We say it in our breakdown. But he bets pot of 4.2. And then he bets 3.1 in the 12. So if he was sizing up here 30 bigs to jam the river to leave me 2 bigs, he would go quite big here. The only hand that goes on block bets here is like a hand. Look, the hand he has is stupid anyway. But a hand like King 8 O with a King of Hearts or something like that. I can barely find many that goes this size. And then into a pot of 19, right? He has some 5x, but not many, and not many 5s play it this way. I think a lot of 5x take their showdown on the turn. Could bet 5s with a heart, a 5 with a heart could do this. But sure, that's really it. I can't really find much value. And then yeah, we're very in tune. Last time he bluffed. Really think we're good here. Come on! Boom! Let's go, boys. Game over. And as you can see, we here only just had the random Queen 9 of clubs. So he bet pot on the flop, which he bet pot a lot on the flop, and we just folded a lot of flops. Like we defended and folded all flops, even though we would have some check raises and we would have some floats and whatever. But yeah, anyhow, not meant how we meant to start this stream. And then yeah, obviously 2.89k, which is not too bad. Vamos! Pretty nice one, nice juicer. Anyhow, let's get in the Football Manager. So I have not played FM in a couple of days. Well, not played a proper session. I played a couple of pre-season games. We're about to start the season with Arsenal. It is the toughest run to start a season that we could probably have. and it is not fun that the gods have done this to us, but that is fine. That coffee's a little warm still. Okay, we'll leave that for a little bit. But yeah, we look okay. Pre-season, in terms of pre-season, it's done this. So I'm going to go through, obviously, all the transfers if you haven't seen them and everything in just a second as well. If you are watching on YouTube, give it a like and subscribe. And if you're watching over on Twitch, thank you for being part of the OG community since 2018. But a first full pre-season of the 4-3-3. We've signed some new players. We look pretty good. We've got Arsenal coming up. And yeah, Kulamendo I was looking at maybe as a backup striker. And Diouf is a backup left wing back, which he's relatively cheap, but we'll go with that. I'm also not scouting anymore. We don't have enough money to be scouting, so everyone on this list can just continue on, and I'll wait for my recruitments to do their job and see if we can find some cheap talent elsewhere. But yeah, Arsenal in a couple of days, and then we've got, obviously, as you can see, the Conference League qualifying, which is quite nice. We draw Araz Naxievin PFK in the playoff. Interesting. Pretty cool. Don't know who they are, but let's get into the episode. 3, 2, 1, and let's go. Happy New Year, everybody. By the time this video comes out, you're enjoying your Christmas to New Year's break. But for us, it is the 1st of December, and it is our first ever game in a European competition in Park 2 Prem. Today, we have qualifying in the main playoff path draw for the Conference League, and we have a team that I've never heard of before. Let's run that intro, let's see who we're playing, what the new signings are, and show you the ridiculous first 4 fixtures we've got in the Premier League. And yeah, when we get to this game, we should be favourites. Hopefully we make it to the Conference League proper. Right, nice, that's episode 51 part 2, or 52 part 1. Forgot to do editing with all the poker and stuff I've been playing. I'll definitely get all my editing done tomorrow. I have a coaching session tomorrow, so yeah, it should be all good. 3, 2, 1, and let's go. As always, thank you for watching another video on the channel. It is, of course, Damo. It is, of course, Maidenhead, and we are with Park to Prem, Season 9 of Park to Prem. But we're looking to take Maidenhead from the Vanarama National South to the Premier League and beyond, and we could be in the beyond today by winning a tie in qualifying of the Conference League and getting ourselves to, potentially, the Conference League proper. As you can see, we're playing this team here, Araz Naziv, PFK is who we're playing. They beat I know that's an Icelandic club because I played against them. Then they've been beat Beta Jerusalem, and then they drew us. So pretty unfortunate draw for them, but a great run through qualifying for the Azerbaijan side. Now, I'm not going to go and say we should win this tie easy, but the only player that they have is the Azerbaijan goalkeeper that has represented Azerbaijan at a national league level, at international level, I meant. He would probably be about a national league goalkeeper. This is the quality of the players that we're going to be up against. We should be winning home and away in this tie quite comfortably. But we are going to give you our first ever game in a European competition in a not too distant second. Secondly, let's go and have a look at how the fixtures look for this start of the season. And yeah, it's pretty horrid. Arsenal, United, Chelsea, Liverpool in a row. Yep, that's a great first 4. We could be 0 wins, 0 draws, and 4 losses from our first 4 games. But the 4-3-3 did very well last year and is looking fantastic in pre-season this year. There's only a 3-3 draw to Burnley, and the players are adapting really well. In terms of the season preview, as you guys can see here, we are actually predicted to finish outside the relegation zone. Again, we're predicted to play a 4-2-3-1. Again, this screen is not done because this is all first-year signings, but we have made quite a number of signings into the first-team squad. As always, last episode was, of course, the transfer special. So if you want to go check out in-depth why we signed these players, go and check out last episode. But very quickly, if we go in the transfer history for this season, we have made some sales. Sander went out for 24 million out to Sporting Gijon. As you can see here, Mascara then left on his loan, which is great. Finally got rid of Leakin after coming through our academy. Weller's out on loan. Adrian left for 3.8 mil. Mickey went for 6 mil, and we've got a few people out on loan. We have a couple of loan to buys. Most notably, Callum's been loaned out to try and get him some development, and Timothy Daniel, one of our youngsters, loaned out. And he could come back in and be part of the first team squad in the near future. Maybe most shocking, we've also loaned out Mitchell Strong as well. Appiong's been loaned out with the option for Fura to buy. Paying 100% his wage. It's maybe Mickey, but look, we're looking to go into the beyond in this save. he ain't good enough. He can go back to Denmark and play. He's not even a Danish international. So, is he really good enough to be in the Premier League? Now, let's talk about players that have come in for us. And if we go on this list, these three guys, we're going to speak a little bit of time. So, Callum Shelby on a free. The game reckons he has no potential. You can see how the game recommends he's a striker. He's definitely a centre-back. He can't finish, he can't dribble. He's got 8 passing, but as a centre-back at 6'8", pretty physical, got great mentals and great defending stats. There's a known issue at the moment in the game where regions are dreading out with stats of a different position to what their position is meant to be. And it seems to happen this a lot. He's a centre-back and they've accidentally genned out as a striker. It seems to be back to front. And I'll show you what I mean by the next player, because the next player I'm going to show you, he's going to be our starting striker by the end of the year. I guarantee you. Look at Waldo Chicharito. 16 finishing, 16 headering, 19 technique, physically a monster, 6'2". Guy's got 10 tackling, 10 marking, 5 tackling. Came out as a centre-back. This guy's clearly meant to be a striker. We signed him when he was 18, so he will become homegrown. He has that Premier League potential. Yeah, he's really good, and I can't wait to see how good he is. Now, the best one of the lot of the guys that are out of position is, of course, Mario Draft. If you have a look at him, apparently he's meant to be a striker, which, as a pressing striker, not bad, but 14 marking, 16 tackling as a striker. You can see yet again, he's meant to be a 6'5" centre-back, or where I'm training him is fullback because he's got 16 work rate and gloriful physicals. And in pre-season, this guy with his 12 crossing, 13 first touch has been putting assist galore with the first team. As you can see, 1 assist a couple games ago, a couple assists against QPR. He looks very good when he plays, and I am very bullish on Mario Draft, and I spent 18 million on him. Now, if we look at this screen here, we've got a couple guys on a free, one guy that you will know, and a couple guys that impact the first team. Doma, as he's affectionately called, was released from Brighton after only playing 2 games for them, getting a few loans, scored 21 goals in the championship playing up front for Coventry, and then played as a midfielder and scored 13 goals for Bristol. I'm playing him as the backup central midfielder and the channel midfielder role. 16 dribbling, 14 for passing, 17 first touch. Great little physicals, very nippy, gets in the lines, can break a game off the bench. This guy's great, and if we get injuries, Doma is going to be great. Also has potential to be a good Premier League player, which means he'd be fairly usable. And on a free, a very nice signing. I'm also on a free. We got Rafael Leao, Mr. Experience. We needed a backup left winger that is kind of ready to come in if we had an injury to Villagra, or maybe a striker while Chicharito's learning the role to go up front in those bigger games. And with the start of the season we have, you can see why I went for someone a bit more experienced. Rafael Leao was released by AC Milan, 63k per week, a 1-year deal with an option to extend to 1 more season. 17 natural fitness means he ain't going to lose his physicals that much. He's a very world-class footballer in his mind. He's technically not that bad. We know what he's capable of on previous FMs. At 34, I think this is a great signing, especially if we go into the later stages of Europe. Then we've got a guy that's come through our new recruitment focuses. We're scouting for Wonder Kids all around the world now because we're one of those clubs. And we found Hadi, who's played 2 games for Iraq, very well-rounded, is a wide forward, which we use with Villagra. If we can train that right foot to become off very weaker and get better, he's a well-rounded, world-class Wonder Kid talent that is going to play a lot of games for Iraq, going to develop for me, playing some of these weaker games, hopefully in the Conference League, and is going to be fantastic, is Mamadou Hadi. And 2 signings for the first team that we spent 60 million plus on. One is a Zem, welcome you new central midfielder. He is the central midfielder, which he prefers to be a little bit more aggressive, but 13 tackling, 13 marking. Great first touch. Got 18 vision, 18 technique, and 16 passing. This guy can pass a ball. He's also got great agility and balance. He's also 5'5", which is a little bit small, but he's got 13 strength at 5'5", which means he's going to have his own and be able to tackle and do everything. He's also pretty good at getting forward and getting in the box, 13 finishing and 11 long shots. He looks great in pre-season. He is one of our best players according to the game, and coming from Genk for 31 million, has leading Premier League potential, and he's a consistent performer. Welcome Azem. Lucky Last is a player we are training in a new role, but that is Robson from Sao Paulo. I wanted someone maybe a little bit more ready-made for the right-wing role, but look how good Robson is. We couldn't pass him up. 16 flair decision-making, 17 vision, passing and technique, 17 first touch. He can also cross the ball and got good dribbling, and has got very nice physicals as well, as you can see. A good, decent left foot, a great right foot to play on the right-hand side as that inverted winger, beat his man, whip the ball in with that right foot, come inside, looking to bring others into the game. 15 off the ball with 15 determination as well. This kid is fantastic. And as you can see here, he enjoys a big match. And we're going to have a few of them to start the season. Already a good player for the Premier League and could improve a lot in the future, which means he still could have world-class potential. Those are your new signings in terms of how the squad will look for the opening day of the season, but I'm going to give you obviously the Europa League game. That's what my first team is. We did reject 30 odd million for Mr. Diaz from United, and we're about to time down on a big new deal because he wants 68k a week in order to stay at the club, which is great. But your first team there is actually the same back four as last year, but we're hoping that Draft and others can develop and get into the first team. Koulibaly, Azem, and Kadiu look fantastic as a midfield three now. Valagra is a pretty damn good winger, and he's wanted by a lot of big clubs, but has an 180 mil release fee. And we've got Conte still up front and Robson out wide, hoping by the end of the year that Chicharito learns the role and he's in up front over Conte. We're hoping Draft learns the role and is in over Bolly, and we're hoping Robson is natural as a right winger. And if that's the case, I think we're going to be looking to finish in Europe this season. And I also think that we could go pretty deep in the Conference League if all these players can develop, learn their roles, and learn their positions. But you let me know in the comment section down below. That's enough talking for me. I'm going to go play Arsenal, and I'll see you guys in a second for our first ever game in Europe. That's all our new signings, guys. So hopefully you've enjoyed that little debrief there. I've neglected my partner a little bit, so that's no good. Need to definitely get a text message out to her, and then, yeah. All right, Maidenhead training schedule. Oh, we need to set up the training schedule. Shivers. We need to do that. Cool. Yes, I do need to do the training schedules. I will do that once we know we're in Europe, I think. Once we know we're in Europe, I'll set them up. Like, if we get knocked out, I'll set them up, and if we get through, I'll set them up once we get our Europa Conference League fixtures, and then I can actually set it up for the rest of the season. I don't care for the first couple of games here. Should be fine. We got Arsenal on the opening day. Diaz won't be able to play. So that's fine. Reed rejects loan from Blackburn. I was trying to sell Reed. That's unfortunate. I want him to go. I think he'd be good money to bring in. Corey Haddon's going to be our backup left back, but I don't want him to play against Arsenal today, which is fine. Squad to be decided. For the Europa Conference League. Interesting. All right, let's do what we need to do. So Wakefield's still here just to help out. I'm actually going to take him off the loan list and do this. So first things first, squad player is no. I'm going to make him a fringe player. And transfer status is loan list and no. He's going to be unhappy, I already know that. He's in. I'm going to get... Finn's got a bid. He wants to leave, so he's probably going to go. Toby Bell's in, obviously backup keeper. Ryan's under 21 doesn't need to be listed. Franca, I would like to not do. Under 21 doesn't need to be listed. Kim's fine. Xavi's fine. Bolly's fine. Under 21 doesn't need to be listed. Under 21 doesn't need to be listed. Valagra's in. Justin's in. Kadiu's in. Conte's in. Richie Brown needs to come in as the backup keeper. That's fine. Cannavaro's in. Koulibaly's in. Haddo and Bud doesn't need to. Draft's in. Bolde's in. Shelby's in. Doma's in. Azem's in. Raphael Robson's in. And Hattie's in. Oh, my dad's calling me. Dad, Damo, how are you?
Yeah, good. Damo, how are you? Right?
Not bad, not bad. What can I do for you?
Saturday, are you free in the morning?
Saturday morning, I can try to be. Why? What's up?
I just need another pair of hands because little Damo's coming.
Yeah.
And if you come, you can help me do that pipe. Three of us will be all right. 4 of us will be good.
Should be okay. You don't think I've got anything on this weekend?
There's no heavy lifting or nothing. It's just stay there and we'll say hold the pipe and that's it.
Yeah.
Or we'll strap it up.
Trying to think. I think Saturday morning's okay, and then I'll go to Candace's house because Connor's 18th, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, it should be fun.
I understand about that. Oh, no, we'll finish by about midday.
All good. I'll let Candace know. It shouldn't be an issue.
Around 9:15, 9:30.
Yeah, it should be fine.
All right, if you can come there on Saturday, because I'll get little Damien to come too.
Yeah, should be fine. I don't think that's an issue.
All right, that'll be good. That's okay.
Okay, all good. How are you, Dad? Anyway, you good?
Yeah, all right, mate. I just spoke to here just gone for a walk.
Nice. Always good. Good weather for a walk.
Just doing a walk. Now go home after that, and that's it.
Oh, good. Well, in that case, then I will leave you to it, and you have a great one.
Yeah, I'll leave you to it too. All right. Yeah, okay. If I don't hear from you,
Yep.
I'll probably hear you on Saturday or something like that.
Sounds good to me. All right. I'll catch you later.
Yeah. All right. See you later.
Bye.
Bye.
All right. I'm just making sure we've got everyone that we needed. So I could put Reed and I could put Franker in, but it doesn't look like there's any point to that. Wakefield's fine. Finn's about to leave. Bell's fine. Ryan, whatever. Reed, Ryan's under 21, doesn't need to. Hansy's under 21, doesn't need to. Right? Franker's fine. Kim's fine. Javi's fine. Bolly's fine. Diaz is under 21 and Jones under 21. We don't need to. Valagra's fine. Justin's fine. Jose's fine. Conte, unfortunately, Rinchi needs it. Cannavaro, Dribble. Under 21 and from my academy. Fine. Yeah, done. Unregistered Reed, Franker, and Finn, Finn's about to leave. I want Reed to leave, and Franker wants to leave on a free, so I'm not going to register him. So there we go. I am happy with that. Hopefully Reed now gets the picture that he should go. So there we are. Diaz gets a new thing. Yep, there we are. Generally what works, as long as they're not actually of the level that you're taking them away from, you tell them they don't have the required ability, they always just say yes. That's okay. All right, with that being said, we have got Diaz missing out today. In terms of at left wing back or at left back, we've got a couple of options. We've got Hatton, which is an option. Hatton can play out there. We've also got Bolly, who can't play out there. That's fine. Who does the game think is our best left back? Justin can play out there. Apparently attacking left back as well. Cool. Hatton's preferred role is at left back. Yeah, this is all broken. You can't even compare. All right, so we could play Hatton at left back, which I think would be a mistake against Arsenal. We could play Justin at left back, which could help. Which then we could play Cannavaro, who likes a big game, who also can play left back. Like, Cannavaro as a left back isn't like a great left back, to be fair. As a fullback, he can get up and down and do okay. And out of position as a fullback, he can do okay. So I guess we could go with that. He's a left footer, stays back. Could actually help us defensively, is to just do that. So I'm going to give Mr. Cannavaro MX a game out at left back here today. Outside of that, it's a full strength side. I expect to lose to Arsenal. I don't expect to win this game, boys. Do you expect me to win? I don't think so. You don't think so. We all don't think so. And yeah. Alright, anyhow, let's get to the match. Away we go. Apparently I've selected 2 people outside the squad. I doubt that. But yeah. Hopefully we play alright. Got a few boys that like a big game. Should be live for a few hours. Then I'll probably watch some Big Brother or relax and go to bed. Etc. Away we go. Tadora and Welbeck, fantastic footballers. I'll show you them in game. Obviously, the rest you'll know. That back 4, outside of Cannavaro, I still think can do a job. Arsenal in the opening day. And Cannavaro MX ain't going to provide us much going forward, but he should be able to help us at the back. And away we go. So Tadora looks like this. He's pretty good at 23 and still got world-class potential. Welbeck is world-class, so there you go. And then everyone knows about Lewis Skelly and Timber and whatnot. So yeah, you've got some good players. Anyhow, Koulibaly finds Hansi and he finds Kim Sang-hyung. This is a back four that did really well last year, or 3 of the 4. Bolly does find that ball into Jose Cadieu. He beats one and then gets brought down. The referee says no foul. Wow, interesting there from the ref. It's a ball over the top towards Welbeck. He's in. Luckily for us, he's put it wide as he was onside. Caddy should really release the ball into the path of Robson. He did not. It's going to stay a 0-0. If you are watching over on YouTube, say g'day. Let me know where you're watching from. Give it a like and subscribe. And Robson picks the ball up early. Bolly. Conte dropping into the DLP, and he's lost the ball. It's a bad pass from Conte. Welbeck now going on a 1. Big chance. Good save from Hansy, our club captain. We'll let you know our vice captain now is Dylan Ryan, the young 19-year-old for our academy. I think he's a fantastic footballer and has got great leadership and teamwork. So I'm going to try and keep him as happy as possible for as long as possible. And yeah. So far, the new midfield is being quite bossed, but this is Arsenal, who always go in and around winning the title every year. So I do not expect too much to happen in this game. The longer it stays 0-0, the better it is for us. Ball gets cleared. Bolly. As Zem from distance is cleared away by Rice from the block. And Robson now keeps it in, and he finds Koulibaly. Good ball there in there, Zem. That's poor again. Another bad pass back inside. That's just straight to him. Welbeck can do his thing. Goes on a run. And, well, he's hit the post, and it's come out. And luckily for us, we're still at 0-0 somehow. Even though we're being utterly dominated, to be quite frank. Looking at goal line technology here, apparently. I think we're pretty comfortable that this was the bar and the post, and it never went in. So not a great 35 minutes from us, but we're still in the game for now. Good press from us here, but I feel like we're going to get out here Arsenal pretty well. Nice narrow shape. We do eventually find that ball into the 10, and Ethan will go on that run. Cannavaro brings his man down. It's a yellow card. Weird that the highlight has shown all this. Look, at the end of the day, if it's the highlight, I'll take it. Cannavaro on that early booking. We're approaching half-time, and it's still 0-0, which is quite nice for us. And there's only a minute left, and we will get into half-time at 0-0. Good half, boys. I'm not going to tell them that. I'm far from pleased, because I think we played pretty poor. But deep down, if it stays as it is, and we keep it at 0-0 and get a point, I want to be over the moon. But there's a long way to go to think of that. Yeah, I'm enjoying the day. I'm enjoying the stream. Let me know. And hopefully, and get a result here. Still struggling to get on the ball. Emirates is a very hard place to come on FM. Don't expect too much to really happen in this game here today. "66 minutes play." We are going to make a couple of changes. Robson's going to come off for Joe Jones. Balagra's going to come off for Leao. Conte for Chicharito. I think draft for Bolly, which is not too bad. Couple of changes. Bit of baptism by fire for the boys. Leaves us one change, which would be Katayu for Doma. I reckon to try and change the game late doors. I reckon that's going to be made now. Doma for Katayu. And Doma comes in, a man that can change the game on a dime, 15 minutes of pure running at the opposition. Haven't really seen a highlight here. Is there going to be a moment late doors here for Arsenal? Don't want to really change anything. They've had only one shot this whole half. So I'm pretty happy. And there's a highlight here. And it's a corner for Arsenal. Backstick ball. And unfortunately, it's Arsenal FC where they have scored late doors. 1-0 Arsenal. It's very annoying to concede a set piece in the dying embers of the game. It's obviously going to be a goal. We're going to move straight to attacking. Nearly got exactly what we wanted. Apparently they're looking for an offside from a corner, which there's no offsides, but yeah. Anyhow, can we find that one moment, that last chance here? Defended pretty well, but there's not going to be a moment. We lose 1-0. Look, I'm pretty happy we didn't get pumped. I thought we did okay, and then yeah. Got to tell them I'm actually pleased that we only lost 1-0. That's fine. We kept it competitive, which is pretty good. And yeah, should be A-OK. So we're away from home first, and because we're away from home, I will go with the full strength side. Hopefully we go and dominate away from home and score quite a few goals, and we get through. But yeah, opening day, that's a very tough defeat. How are you, Ben? Good to see you. Look at this run. Look at this start in the Premier League. Arsenal, United, Chelsea, Liverpool. Great. We finally won a game. We did look good. Just took us dropping Salah. We actually looked a lot more fluid going forward. But I don't know that we're going to get Salah not in the team. But, you know, whatever. We played another game in 3 days. Salah's going to come in. I'm just worried it's for Gakpo. And they can move Wirtz to the left and Sabos through the middle. Because even though he just got a goal and an assist, it was great for my fantasy. I think they're going to drop him, even though I brought him in fantasy. But they shouldn't. He looked the best player on the park. Really, what should happen is it should be the same 11 is what should happen. Gomez looked good. If anything, what should happen is maybe Gomez can't play back-to-back games, so Sabos goes to the right back, Wirtz comes to the middle, and they move Salah out onto the right, and we go with a front four of Isak, Salah, Ekatike, Wirtz, and Gakpo. Ekatike off the bench again. Still waiting to see Ekatike and Isak play together in the Prem. Would be nice. But yeah, anyhow, poor start to the Premier League. We only lost 1-0. We played pretty well. Now I got this game here against Araz. I'll hopefully play okay. We will go full strength because I just don't want to get our pants pulled down. And then, yeah. Hopefully it'll be all right. And then we would rotate for the next game, which should be fine. Welch is on his way to Chesterfield. Good luck to you, Welch. They're going to have an optional future fee. But good luck to Finn Welch. He wants to leave in order to have a new challenge. We're not going to stand in his way. So, yeah, their goalkeeper has their highest rating. They're going to have a lot of grayed out players. Yeah, Paqueta won a bet again. 100% Burger. 100% I agree. Very odd behaviour is what I would say. An office for Reed. Come on. Right. Can someone come in and make a bid? It said that, what's his name? Hamburg were interested for 11.5 million, and now they don't want to make a bid. But yeah, calf strain for Kadiu, which is no good. That means here we're going to get. We allowed more people on the bench too, which is quite nice actually as well. Pick the first strength 11, right? I know that it's going to be Doma that comes straight in because it's like for like. Cannavaro can make the bench. Hattie can make the bench. Shelby can make the bench. And I guess we just get Andy Wakefield to the bench. Yeah, do that. I think we do that. Wakefield's wanted on loan. I do not want to loan him because I think he's important to keep around the squad right now. We have no money to sign anyone, so all these scouting updates I think are pointless right now. They're all from guys already in my shortlist, so yeah. That's a reject. Dylan is developing again. Apparently his determination's gone down, which makes no sense. We have a very determined bunch. I don't know why it keeps dropping. That's nice. It's pretty two good signings there, Burger. Robson's injured for 1 to 3 days. I'm having a few training injuries at the moment, which is not good. Maybe I need to implement my own training stuff right now, but yeah. Yeah, we should be fine. Shouldn't be getting anything. I'm just going to do this with the squad then. Just rest them for tomorrow's training so that they're 100% fit. Want to go full strength here, try and win. Would love to blitz them. And then we can try and beat Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. No offers again for Reed. Doesn't look like we're going to get an offer. Transfers are weird. You can't sell players. It's ridiculous. And like, yeah. It's not good. So a lot of unread emails here. Reject. So many offers come in. Reject. You're going to be sticking around. Reject. You're going to be sticking around. Reject. Should be right. Yeah, hopefully if we pump them, we can go full strength in the next one, which is not too bad. Save the game here quickly. That's the striker. Let's have a look. Oh, he's everywhere on YouTube Shorts and TikTok and whatever. Franklin, he's fantastic. Highly, highly recommend. He done well. How much did you pay for him? Burger. That's very cheap. 3, 2, 1, and let's go. Opening day didn't go our way. We got dominated by Arsenal, but we held strong until an 89th minute corner. Typical Arsenal, scoring from a set piece. What's new? Nothing changes on FM and in real life. We nearly did the snatch and grab job there to take a result away from the Emirates, which would have been fantastic. Now, obviously, we got a Raz, and in terms of the team, we are going to go fairly full strength. Unfortunately, we just lost Jose Cadiu to a bit of an injury. He's out for the next 2 to 4 weeks with a calf strain, which is no good. Robson also did a little training injury, but should be able to start here today. The goal is to go as full strength as possible, dominate this game away from home, and hopefully win the game fairly comfortably, allowing our second string side to go and just play that game and win easily on aggregate. That is the plan. Now, this is Europe. Never goes to plan. You can always cop an FMing, and as you've seen on this FM, it loves to give you an FMing. So hopefully that does not happen. But our first ever team for European competition is Hansi, Bolly, Kim Sang-hyun, Justin, and Diaz. Koulibaly, Azem, and Doma in the middle of the park. Robson, Valagra, and Conte as the front three. Yes, mother?
Do you want some lunch?
I'm okay, thank you. We're going to get into the match, and off we go. Shout out to Mum, exclamation Mum in chat. And let's go, boys. Big old game. Will we do it? Hopefully we will. And they don't even have a full bench. I think most of their players are going to be grayed out. We should be winning this game fairly comfortably with our first string squad. Also nice to give the first string players a chance to go play, shake off the malice of losing 1-0 and go and win a game of football. That would be quite nice too. Anyhow, into the dugout we go. And we got European football. So let's go and drink this in, shall we? Let's go drink this in. Away from home, in Europe for the first time, the Conference League, in that beautiful green and black backdrop. Our first ever game. Get the Europa League music going. We're in the red. PFK are in the white. I don't know how to say their first name. Raz something PFK. They're in the white. We're in the red. Let's go. Europa League Conference. Europa Conference League. And our first highlight is underway. And it will be our Azerbaijan opponents to go and kick from left to right. Both teams playing 4-3-3. Let's quickly go and have a look. I know their goalkeeper's a real-life player, as we mentioned. And then we've got a heap of these grayed-out players that are this well-rounded. Wow. So they're going to be fantastic. Look how well-rounded all those players are. Okay, so we've copped it here a little bit. But Kim drives forward and finds Robson and gets it into Conte. That's a big switch out to Valagra, keeping that width in that wide forward role. Cuts it inside to Diaz, who was wanted by United. And unfortunately, we won't win that ball, but we'll clear it back or get possession back as them from distance. Doesn't mind a long shot. But 9 minutes in, 0-0, and that's not a great start from us. That we haven't been able to breach them yet. Would have loved an early goal. Take the crowd out of it, even though it doesn't look like a big crowd. Take that away, that big away tie feel out of it with a 1-0 lead. Now they're coming forward, and that's going to be a corner. And I don't like that we're still seeing this highlight, which is not good here from the Azerbaijan side. They've got grayed out players, but instead of being 8s and 9s, all their grayed out players have stats of 13, which is ridiculous. I would sign all of them, to be quite fair. And they're still coming forward here. And still coming forward here. And in the end, Hansi's alert to it. It's a good save. And, well, a warning shot down the other end from PFK, the Azerbaijan side in the white. And that is the highlight. And there we go. Have a look at this. Look at this at centre-back. Everything's 13. These guys are great. Like, nothing's outstanding, but they're good. It's not what I wanted. Anyhow, Diaz, Doma, on the ball, back to Koulibaly. Hopefully we can just get out of this tie. Valagra. Diaz, Azem, big switches on. Doma, Koulibaly, good ball out to Bolly. Now, can he find that pass inside? Instead, he goes himself and shoots, and it's poor goalkeeping. Apparently, it's taken a deflection. Didn't look like it, but sure. And Ibrahimov has scored an own goal, and we've got our first goal in Europe, and it's an own goal. And anyway, I don't know if this takes a deflection. Again, even if it takes a slight deflection, that shot's on target, it should be a goal. So yeah, and another annoying one for FM, but anyhow. But we are 1-0 up after 18 minutes, and considering how good they look, I've gone away from thinking that we're going to pump them here to shivers. They are decent, and the game has done us dirty with what they've genned out. So for those that don't know, with teams that aren't playable or, you know, you don't have the leagues loaded, they gen out, grade out players, and usually it's like just your stock standard well-roundedness. Every one of them are like pretty decent. So yeah. Anyhow, still 1-0 up here against PFK. And as you can see, the stats-wise, we have been the better side, apart from that one moment they had where Hansy had to be alert. Doma, on his first full-team debut, going on a run here, in for the injured Jose, Katayu, Robson, Koulibaly, finds a Zem, great ball out to Diaz, who can beat a man. Instead, Valagra and him will link up. And Diaz gets into the area, knowing Diaz is going to shoot here. And in the end, it's a good save from the keeper. But Diaz really should be looking to cut that ball across the box, so a little bit annoying. But still only 1-0 up, but we have the lead, and that's all that's important. Good ball into Robson, he gets into the box, cuts it there, and Dribble Koulibaly scores his goal. And I reckon this is his only second ever goal he's ever scored for us. We have an own goal, and a defensive midfielder has scored his only second ever goal for us. And we lead 2-0 after 25 minutes played. Nice to see Robson getting on the assist sheet here, and we're 2-0 up. And a good finish from Koulibaly after the cross deflected into his path. Another highlight, though, maybe we are starting to get quite on top of the game and dominate. But Bolly with a good throw into Robson, touches into Conte. Back to Doma, and he's hit the bar. Would have been a great goal from the former Brighton man. Very well worked from the throw-in. Good hold-up play from Conte. But unfortunately, still only going to be 2-0. Time ticking towards half-time. 35 minutes played. 15 shots, 8 on target, 1.09 XG. Would love that third goal. That third goal allows us to start thinking about resting some players for our next game against United in a few days' time. Anyhow, that ball down the line finds Diaz. Diaz now, still going. Beating people. Valagra, Koulibaly, Doma. Great ball out the Bolly. Now, can he get that ball across that box? Numbers are queuing. Finds Conte. Very well done by Bolly. He cuts it to Conte. And Conte's got his campaign underway. It's now 3-0. And we are looking good here in the first half away in Azerbaijan. We should be getting through this tie, which is pretty nice. And hopefully we continue our dominance. Would love to get 4 or 5 by the end of the game. And then I won't give you that second leg because we're obviously going to go through. I'll fully rotate in that game. And then I'll show you guys the draw, obviously, at the end of the episode. But still not there yet, and they could score a goal and make it a little nervy. Valagra on the ball, beating people. Well done, Mr. Valagra. Still going, and his effort's just gone past the post with his non-preferred left foot, which is still a really strong foot for him as he's pretty dual-footed. As you can see from the team, we are playing quite well, which is good. And at halftime, we are leading 3-0. I'm going to make a couple of changes, though, considering that we are doing quite well. I'm going to bring in Chicharito up front for Conte, because I think he's really good. And I'm going to take Bolly off here, and I am going to bring in Draft, wherever he is. There we are, Mario Draft, because I think that's pretty like for like. Outside of that, I'm going to keep the same core of the team together, and we'll make a few other changes here in the second half. Bolly, obviously, we only have one recognised right back until Draft learns the position, so keeping him fit is fine. And Conte is our best striker until Chicharito learns the position, so keeping him fit is pretty okay. The rest of the team, we got cover in a lot of areas, so if they're a little bit tired, we could rotate a little bit against United if needed. But this could be a goal. And this is why I didn't want to rotate straight away from half-time. Not a highlight, goal, 3-1, this ties on. And this is why I didn't want to do it. And just like that, it's a goal. They have a second shot, first shot on target goes in, 0.22 XG we've conceded. And yeah, now it becomes nervy again. Like, we really should have gone on and won this game 5, 6, 7 goals, but we haven't. and now they've got one, and now you just never know. You know, it gets to the 90th minute, they pinch another one, it's 3-2, and you never know. And look at this. Straight away, with those couple of changes at half-time, here we are. Well. 3-2. And I think we're about to lose this game and lose the tie and get the sack. Great stuff. Out of nothing, they've had 2 attacks and bang. Koulibaly, Justin, I'm never making a halftime sub again. As Dim puts it in the chat. Doma, Robson, good boy out the draft, who's been fantastic in pre-season, it has to be said. And it's not like I've made mass changes. Made 2 changes for 2 good wonder kids. Doma beating people and then misses an open goal. It's only 3-2 and now it's game on. It's nervy, it's tight, it's tense, it's not fun. And yeah, we need a goal. 62 minutes played. Man, we could be going out. We could be throwing a 3-0 lead away. At least we got a second leg. Draft flicks on the header. Doma's good enough to go on a run and hopefully can beat a couple people here. And away we go. Doma beating people. Still going Doma. That's a penalty. Definitely a pen. Every day a penalty. Good run from Doma. Don't know who's taking the penalty, but they must score to get us back to a 2-goal lead. Penalty is given. Who's picked up the ball? I cannot tell, but someone has, with a nice haircut. Chicharito, I think, actually has a really good penalty taking. It's actually a Zem, our new signing, and our new centre mid signing gets underway. We're now 4-2 up in what's turned into a bit of a crazy game. 6 goals. We do lead 4-2. If it stayed 4-2, I would be okay with it. But on paper, we should have won this game by plenty, and we have not. Hopefully, we will go and continue to play well. I'm refusing to make another change here. Actually, I am going to make one change. Rafael Leao, wherever you are. Koulibaly for Dylan Ryan, because Ryan's actually good enough to go out there. And Rafael Leao is going to make his debut out on the left-hand side. 75 minutes played, 4-2. Hopefully, we either don't see another highlight, or if it is another highlight, it's us scoring a 5th. What this means, unless we score a 6th, if we score 5, maybe. If we score 6, then I won't give you the next game. But as it stands, if it stays as it is, I will have to give you the next game because it's tie on still. As Robson puts that one over the bar. He had more time to get himself ready to hit that. Pretty poor from Robson. 35 shots on the night, only scored 4 goals. It's been a pretty good performance outside of the 10 minutes of madness after half-time. Without that 10 minutes of madness, this tie would be over, but the tie is on. Draft finds Doma. Robson now. Chicharito made a good run and then holds it up. Great ball out to Rafael Leao from Robson with that 17 vision and 17 passing. Rafael Leao finds Doma. That's a great finish from the former Brighton man. His first goal for the club. It's now 5-2. We now lead by 3 goals. Surely I don't have to give you that second leg now because we're 3 goals up. We're going at home. And that's probably how I would leave it. But if they were to score one right now, we would definitely give you that second leg. If we were to score another, we would definitely not give you that next leg. Anyway, Rafael Leao. Justin. Good ball into Rafael Leao. Finds a Zem. Good ball into Chicharito. Holds it up nicely. Very well done there from the 6'2" Mexican who's learning the role. Leao getting on a good run. Rafael Leao hits the post. Unfortunately, it would have been the 6th. Doesn't count. Or doesn't go in. Draft's ball backstick is fantastic. Nearly found Leao. And Diaz now. Can he whip another one in? He does not. And we have a couple of minutes left on the clock. It's going to finish 5-2. We've absolutely dominated. But, yeah, that's a little period after halftime. That 10-minute period was a bit nerve-wracking. But we have got ourselves a 5-2 lead. We will have a second leg. But I'll only come back into that second leg if there's drama. If there's no drama, you'll see me for the draw or it gives you an email and it tells you who we're playing so we can plan that next episode. Or if I do see you in the next match, it means that there's a little bit of trouble brewing over at York Road. Look, main thing is we won. We won. It wasn't convincing, but we won, and that's all that matters. That was not good. Yeah, that was not good at all, but is what it is. Apparently Diaz is suspended again. No good. So we're going to get Cannavaro back out there for another game. And I'll get Shelby in there, and it will be Doma that starts. That's probably what I would go with. We'll see how the boys line up or feel like in 3 days' time. Definitely going to fully rotate at home against this side because we should be beating him fully rotated. But yeah. It was pretty convincing, Dim. It was pretty convincing. I think it was alright. Big game here against United at home, especially with everything going on. Apparently, Cannavaro was developing concerns. What concerns are you developing, Cannavaro? I'll try and give him a little bit more game time. Not a lot of game time. He is still a squad player, so we should be right. Should be able to go to promises. Promises? Usually you could go to promises here. Promises. He's just a squad player. We got Europe coming up. It should be free. He should be playing a lot of European games, so he should be fine. Actually need a bigger squad this season as long as we get through this tie, but yeah. And like I do plan to play him in that centre back when I fully rotate, so should be okay. He's got to play here against United because I have no one else at left back at the moment. I could start Haddon, but being that it's a bigger game, I'm not going to start Haddon. Haddon will play in these weaker Premier League games. And then, yeah, didn't realise that Diaz was suspended for 3 games or whatever to start the season. But, yeah, Cannavaro will play. What I would give for some of the drive into Lando so he doesn't win the Drivers' Championship. My word. We finally got a bid for Matthias Franca. Except, I don't even care. Just go. It's well unders on his actual value, but I just want him gone. That's 60k a week wage gone. Well, this is very reminiscent of 2007, where Alonso and Hamilton were fighting, and then McLaren started playing favourites, with Hamilton being, oh my God, he's a rookie and he's British, and we want a British guy to win at a British team. When does that sound familiar? And then Alonso was like, hang on a second, I don't want any of this bullshit. This is my title. I came here from Renault. I am the world #1. Give me my car and whatever. And then they started playing funsies, both of them, going into each other, doing all sorts of things or whatever. Then Raikkonen won the last 4 races of the season and won the title in the Ferrari that had no right. So, yeah.
Ooh, what was this?
Thank you very much for the follow there, Terras2108, where you're watching from. We're going to go with the same team that literally just played in the thing, and hopefully we do okay. Man United is a very difficult game, but should do well, and yeah. But it's Vettel in the Red Bull. They're the best car. Verstappen shouldn't be in this title fight. Like, realistically, Verstappen shouldn't be in this title fight. Oscar should have had the title won by now, but because McLaren wanted to do all these team orders and whatever. So now, you know, Lando and Oscar could have this title fight, and that's caused them to be in this position. You know, if they didn't do, you let team training and individual training from your assistant. I let team training I do myself, individual training I do myself. Yeah, it's just dumb. Like, the one at Monza is stupid. The one at Monza is stupid. Which is whatever. And there's been a couple others. And yeah, look. I think if you look throughout the whole season, Oscar's the one that deserves to win this championship. Lando's been gifted this championship. Max will win this championship is what's going to happen. Anyway, you got Man United at home, first home game of the season. Is this at the new stadium or still at York Road? I don't know yet. Don't know if the York new stadium's been built. Might have been, actually. It looks pretty built. No, it's still at York Road. Okay. I know we got a new stadium coming. But, yeah, big game for us. Obviously, we play Liverpool, Arsenal, United, Chelsea, Liverpool in our first four. There's a world where we could be 4 games played, no wins in our first four, or no points in our first four. Hopefully not the case. But yeah. Bowers, ball back stick, Sesko, and we're 1-0 down. Great stuff. Great freaking stuff, boys. Not good at all. Yeah, Lando does not deserve this championship at all. I do not like how we started this season. Look, it's hard to tell because we're playing the four of the, playing four top sides, but yeah. Good save from Hansy, far out. Yeah, we're looking way more open than last year, which is not good. Now, it is only a game and a half of looking, but a lot different than what we were looking like in pre-season. Again, every time we look good in pre-season, we look horrid at the start of the season in the system. Yeah, a very tough start. So it's hard to judge after our first 4 league games. Usually after 4 league games, you're like, okay, we're going to be decent or whatever. We got the 4 hardest fixtures we probably could have got without Man City being added in. Anyway, Azem shoots. Oh, it wasn't far. Good from Azem. Would have been a great goal. Would have been a great goal from Azem. We only lost 1-0 away to Arsenal, but this, I think on paper, this is a game we have to go and get a point in against United. It's United. Like, yes, on FM terms, they're really good. They always are, but yeah. Still too early to be talking about GOAT status for Max, but yeah, he's obviously still ranked very highly. Bolly. Just loses out the ball. It's fine. Beathers goes long. Should be our ball here. And it won't be. It will be. Well done, Justin. Get across. Don't know where Kim's saying Heong was going, but that's fine, Justin. That's half-time. All right, 1-0 down here at half-time. Again, Valagra's having an absolute stinker out on the right-hand side. Going to move him into an inside forward, see if it helps him here a little bit. But yeah, kicking it out of play, generally how we do it. Going to get Cannavaro off for Corey Hatton here early doors. Justin chips one to no one in particular. Another ball that we've turned over. Good from Hansy. Good hands as well to not deny the corner. Going to give it to the 65th minute before we go into attacking. Very annoying is what I would say. Very a game of not much, but they've scored the goal, so yeah. Highlight here, Valagra. In it to Robson. Has all these numbers to cut it to, I'm going to shoot. Fucking just fix wingers, please, and fullbacks. It's a long ball, should be fine. No, that's actually very well played out by United. I don't like it. I don't know what's going on this year, but so far from what I've witnessed, we do not look like the same team as last year. It's very hard to judge, though, after only a few games, but yeah. Good ball to Kim, though. Come on. Finds Bolly. Great ball to Zem. Great ball out to Bolly. Robson should make this run now and down this channel. Ignored. Bolly, you got to cross that ball, butter. Or don't cross the ball. And we're going to get hit on the break. Yeah. All that beautiful build-up play and everything, just to watch them to get to the byline and not whip the ball in, of course. Do not deserve to be 2-0 down. My fungal, honestly. My fungal. All of yous. Whip the freaking ball in, you bloody idiots. Two 0 down, great. This season's already over. I need a miracle comeback. Domo's backstick ball. Cleared away. Joe Jones shoots. Everyone's loving having a shot from distance now. It's good. Well, boys, 2 league games played, 2 losses. We're going to be 0-4. I will say if we get to 0-6, I will be getting off. I will not be... There's no point. Like, I'll just go and play some poker or something. Like, honestly. What a joke. Looks like Handsy's forgotten how to fucking jump. Honestly. It's a header straight at you, keeper. Yeah, I don't know what's changed, but logging into FM today, we've forgotten how to play football. That's great. Good stuff. Good stuff, boys. All right, I've got to make some changes here. Cross from deep. Seventeenth, 16th. Just encourage more crossing, team instructions, all instructions, shots from distance, discourage. Let's make those 2 changes. Still predicted the finish low, but predicted the finish better than we have. We've been finished bottom, and then 17th. So, yeah. Me personally, with all the transfers we made and the money we spent, I expect us to bloody finish top 10 easy. Now, I will say we go Arsenal, United, Chelsea, Liverpool, right? We could feasibly lose 4 games and not be any of our fault, right? But the fact we conceded 2 against Araz is not good, right? And then we haven't scored yet. We should be scoring against United at a minimum because United are crap. But, yeah. Here's what it is. Should be winning this game. We then play Arsenal. We did play Chelsea, sorry. We did beat Chelsea 4-0. I will say, we lose to Chelsea, we get pumped by Liverpool, and then we play West Ham and we don't win. I am out of here. I am getting off and turning FM off and fucking off. Joke. I just love how the fixtures get miraculously genned out every year. Oh yeah, every year you're going to play 3 of the top 5 sides first 5 games of the season. And this year we got 4 from 4. Just, yeah, sure. I've just accepted a bid for Franco, so I'm glad that they don't think that there's not been an offer. Just taking a bid. 1 minute played. We need Strong to play more minutes than that. We are going to fully rotate in this game. I've made a couple changes to the thing. So 433 version 1.1. Frank is going to Bournemouth. See you later. That's good money for us. Gets 60k off our wage, which is quite important. Who do we get in the EFL Cup? That's a question. Hopefully an easy game. We get Blackpool. It's easy enough for me to rotate in. Seems to be the games that we will lose in. I have to make sure that we win against Blackpool for morale's sake. But yeah. Hoffenheim actually signed O'Dwyer. There you go. Chris O'Dwyer's ended up at Hoffenheim. Interesting. So we obviously sold him to Burnley, where he not played, loan, went to Burnley and scored 4 goals in League One, and then Hoffenheim signed him for 7 mil. So there you are. Chris O'Dwyer, huh? Make a little bit more money off that Chris O'Dwyer sale. Yeah, it would be very annoying not to win a game out of nowhere. Fully rotating, I feel like we have to. Like, this is a no-brainer to fully rotate in. And then hopefully we get to go full strength here against Chelsea and win. And then, yeah. Yep, got to rotate. I think we can play Mr. Brown in this game as well. We should be okay. As Dim's just said, we shouldn't ship 4 goals. So I am going to fully rotate and trust the boys. But if we start shipping goals, I will start making changes very quickly. All right. They're in the white, we're in the red and the black. At home, at York Road. We need to concede 4 goals here to lose. We need to concede 3 goals here for extra time without us scoring. We should be able to go out here fully rotated and the boys should be able to do the job. Anyway, ball finds Rafael Leao in the Xavi. Getting a start. Hatton. Rafael Leao. Into Dylan Ryan, who's club captain today. Xavi. Ryan. Doma. Hatton. Offside against Chicharito. Would have been nice, but promising first 8 minutes here from the rotated side. It's going to be a corner kick. I don't like that they get this happening. Oh, well, there's nothing. Okay. Good ball out to Draft. Well done. Jones, Draft. Can you get that ball in the box? Jones, Ryan, back in the Jones. Doma, good move. Chicharito into Xavi, who hits the bar. That close to what would have been a good opening goal. Shelby at 6'8", stepping in quite nicely. Haddon, I don't know what Haddon's done here. Good keeping from Richie Brown, though. Doma picking up the ball. Good ball to Rafael Leao. Xavi. Doma. Finds Joe Jones. Dylan. Great ball out to Jones and then Draft. I think it was originally meant for Draft. Again, this is apparently meant to be key highlights. Where's the key highlight in this? Like, if this was meant to be the key highlight, then you may as well just cut to this throw-in and then show me the highlight, honestly. Good ball back stick. Rafael Leao didn't go up for the header, which is a bit weird. Beats one, though. Rafael Leao cuts it to Doma. We do lead 1-0. Well done. (1-0). Very nicely done. Should be the goal that 100% secures us going through to the next round. Doma finds Xavi in the Haddon. Good ball to Rafael Leao. Beats one. Good ball out the Draft. Mario, Super Mario beating people. Well done, Super Mario. In the end, he shot. It's saved, but it falls to Rafael Leao, and it's going to be 2-0. We are through to the Conference League proper, which is great. Good to be part of European football properly. Nice to get some rotation and be winning the game, which is good. Good ball out the Shelby. From centre-back going on a run, interesting. Pops it in backseat. Rafael Leao wins the header. That's over the bar. Alright, doing okay, which is good to see. If you're enjoying the stream, let us know. Give us a like and a subscribe on YouTube. Up to 597 subs, by the way. Only 3 subs away from 600, which would be ideal. Right, Rafael Leao's looked good in his 2 games so far that he has played. So Villagra's coming off. Leao's coming off for Villagra because I'm going to start Rafael Leao against Chelsea. I think that's the play here. We've won this game. I'm going to get Hattie on as well for Joe Jones because he's learning to play on the right-hand side. There's young Hattie. Hattie is going to also be our left winger eventually moving forward as a wide forward, but yeah. We made changes again at half-time. I'd love to see if we concede. Probably do because I made changes. Well done, Javi. Chicharito doing well. Doma now can go on that run. Very well done by Doma. He looks pretty good, Doma. I think I'm going to start Javi, though, in the next game. Chicharito having a dig, huh, maybe? Tell you what, good strike there from the youngster. Playing up front. Would have been a great goal. This game's fairly over, which is good. Obviously stick around for it. You know, it's nice to give these boys minutes and stuff, which is good. Want Robertson to be learning his role, but I also didn't have Villagra and Chicharito. I don't want to really... Actually, what I could do is do this, do this, do this. And then get Chicharito off for... I'll just get Lucas Budd in and do that. Something like that. Make a couple of changes here. Just giving people some minutes and off whenever we're doing. And then, yeah. Well, look, this is a much easier side, so we should be fine here. But, yeah, good from Chicharito. Good ball out of draft. Hattie. Draft. Whip it. Whip it. He's going to shoot, isn't he? No, he does whip it. And in the end, Waldo Chicharito scores his first goal for the club. Great assist from draft and Super Mario. And there we go. We're 3-0 up now. 8-2 on aggregate. Make the changes. And we'll leave one change up our sleeve here. Villagra can go up front. Robson and Hattie. And yeah, we should be okay. Should be in the key word. The operative word is should. 6 goals. Yeah, this is fine. I don't want an instant result and then have some weird glitch happen. Even though I haven't seen one with an instant result. But yep. But a pretty good performance. Nice to win the game, which is always good. Word. What are you guys doing back here? Always a way to concede. All right, now that we've conceded, I'm just going to instant result. A long ball. No one talks to each other. Sure. Win 3-1 in the end. The game didn't change. Nice. 116k. Leo impresses. Huddy makes his debut. Pick that first 11. Move Cannavaro to the bench. I'm going to go with Xavi. And I'm going to move Xavi on one side. I'm going to go with Azem on the other, I think. And Villagra's not had his best time of it. And I'm going to start Rafael Leao. That's what I'm going to do against Chelsea here in a few days. Wait for our Conference League draw to come through. And here we go. We got our draw. Nice. Here we are. Conference League fixtures revealed. All right. 3, 2, 1, and let's go. No drama, which means we are through to the next round fairly comfortably of the Conference League. We won 3-1, we were 3-0 up, so we played pretty well. Fully rotated side. Put in a note that Mario got an 8.0, so he does know how to play right back. And Waldo scoring his first goal for the club. And same with Doma and Rafael Leao. So we did really well. In the league, we lost to Arsenal and United yet to score in either game. We now play Chelsea, then Liverpool, so not a good start. But in terms of games that we do have coming up to look forward to, our first game proper, oh, great, you can't click on this to see it. First game proper is against Tromoso. And then Slovako, Shamrock Rovers, Tobol, Lech, and HJK. I would say out of all the teams out there, the hardest game is probably Lech and Toromoso. But yeah, look, I think we've done pretty well. We should be getting through quite comfortably here in the Conference League, and hopefully we get some nice results and then be able to obviously fully rotate and do what needs to be done there. But that's the end of the episode. Unfortunately, as you guys can see here, after a couple of games, we sit bottom in the league, but that's because we have the 4 hardest fixtures you could probably dream of to start the season, but we are through to the Conference League proper. This season, I'm still targeting a European finish, a top 10 finish easily, but looking at top 8 and beyond, and I still reckon we could go pretty damn deep in the Conference League as well. Hopefully, though, the form does pick up, and we continue to play pretty good football in Europe. If you enjoyed this episode, you've got a playlist either side of me. Give it a like, subscribe. Until next time, I'll see you guys. Thank you, and goodbye. All right, that's that episode done. That is that episode done. All right, let's see how we go here. We also need to do our training now that that's all done, so that's fine. So let's go to next month. Training next month. All right, against West Ham, it's just a 1-day game, so custom schedules, and that's a Saturday. We then have 2 games here, so that's a custom schedule and a Wednesday, Saturday. It's close enough. We then are going to go custom schedule and pre-season because this is the long break. A lot of midweek games, obviously, as you guys can see now. Just setting up our training. I knew I couldn't do this straight off the bat. I usually get this done early, but yeah, we obviously had fixtures incoming that I knew about, so there's no point doing it. Oh, Blackburn are in the top flight. Good to see. Got a game against Blackburn coming up. That's pretty good. Sunday game. Weird that we're getting some Monday games, but I guess it's because of Europe. Just let the boys just train whatever they like. That's usually an FA Cup week. We might as well get everything done till February now, and then we can save the game and just continue on. And then March, April, the game can kind of pick it as we're in the later stages, hopefully, of the Conference League. But at least now we've got everything up until March to really aid that development of our younger squad and our younger players. So that is perfectly fine. We have gone with a slightly rotated team here for Chelsea, considering. But, yeah. Hopefully we do get a result here against Chelsea. It'd be nice to get off the bottom of the table. Then get Liverpool, who we did beat home and away last year in the FA Cup and in the league with this 4-3-3. So, yeah. Robson training well. Starting to develop, which is great to see. Just going to praise his training here. I'm going to praise Haddon's training as well. Nope. Press the wrong thing, that's fine. I hate that they've moved training to now where last game was and stuff. I'll praise your training then. Dylan. And the Zem started training well as well. Awesome. There we go. Especially when we're losing those first few games here of the season, and I believe we're going to lose the next few pretty comfortably. Do that. I am going to start Villagra against Blackpool, so I'm going to start Rafael Leao and then start Villagra and try and get Villagra scoring. Villagra is a form player. Once he's in form, he will score lots. But, yeah, hopefully it'll be all right. Should be okay, being the key word, and then, yeah. Apparently, I've declared interest in Mayenda. I'm going to tell you right now that's not happening. I'm also going to say no to Andy Wakefield. Wakefield, I don't want him to leave. He's a fringe player, homegrown. Till we get better players for our club, he can definitely go and do what he needs to do. I did not know. Did not watch the 500 yesterday. Heard about it. Saw the incident with Feeney. Yeah. A little bit dog, but what's Mostert's teammate actually gonna do? So yeah. Chicharito still learning. Yeah, we'll give Javi back a start. He played centre mid last year. I'm going to go with that. Move Javi back in. Move a Zem out wide. And then, yeah, I'll see how we go. Tell them the pressure's not on. Play Chelsea, who have a very good squad. We were a minute plus stoppage time away from a draw against Arsenal at the Emirates. We played very poorly against United. Last year we played against Chelsea. We won 4-0 here at Stamford Bridge in a crazy game where we were very clinical and we're 4-0 up very quickly. I doubt that's going to happen here today. I need to see this team go out there and perform. Rafael Leao and Xavi come into the starting 11 from the ties that have started in the opening of the season. Also got Diaz back out at left wing back, which is great as well. Which makes up our normal back four, which is good. Anyway, Azem finds Conte. Holds it up, and that's a big ball out there to Rafael Leao. 34 can still do the business. Beats one. Back inside to Azem, who puts it just over the bar. Would have been a nice way to start this game here. Still 0-0. Very well done by Rafael Leao, though. Beat his man, stood him up, and played the ball inside. Something we hope Villagra will be able to do more of moving forward. Again, on paper, would take a 0-0 and just get our season underway, but I don't think that's going to happen here. That's Quienda with a cross towards the back stick. Handsy punches only as far as Enzo Fernandez. Justin gets beat. Enzo into Tushimeni. And in the end, Handsy and the post do enough to deny Tushimeni, who is, yes, here at Chelsea. Highlight still continues, which is not good. Reece James, backstick ball. Cleared away. Zem will keep it in play. We're on the break. Zem going on the run. Bit isolated. Looking to beat Garnacho and Cole Palmer. And look, wins the corner. Does very well. And we still get to see the highlight, which is usually a good sign. Robson goes short. Azem. Out to Rafael Leao. Has Azem. Koulibaly. Leao. Robson hits the bar. That close to an opening goal. Would have been great for Robson to open up his account. Very well worked. Highlight still continuing 23 minutes in. Would love to see it end, to be fair, because now that Chelsea have the ball, could be their highlight. Jorgensen's ball out is pretty good towards Garnacho. Jarrell Hato, Cowell, and Hato, two very good footballers and football manager. Great potential in real life. Cowell already kind of at that potential with his injury free. Hato has got massive potential. Player I rate very highly. But yeah, we've seen 3 minutes now of in-game action. Realistically, we should have had the highlight over when we hit the bar. Or when they hit the post. Now I don't know where this highlight ends. We win it though. Azem, Conte. Good ball to Rafael Leao. Diaz making the overlapping run. Diaz now. Can he whip that ball in maybe? He's got options. Gets to the byline. Has options. He shoots because he's an idiot. And like, just again, I'm going to keep highlighting it every time. But look at this. In what mind would a fullback shoot here when he has got literally an open player with a clear passing lane on top of the penalty spot for them to tap the ball in? Like literally, if he plays that ball across goals, there's no guarantee he scores, but there's a pretty high chance that his aim hits the target and forces Jorgensen into a world-class save or a block or something. But yeah, instead, no shot. He shoots. And the highlight is not over yet. No, there it goes. Thank you. We should be 1-0 up if Diaz played a better ball. That's obviously coming up from the poker stream. Apologies. Have left the timer on, but that's fine. Anyhow, Kim Sang-hyun into Xavi. Back to Kim Sang-hyun. Into Justin. Good ball from Justin into Diaz. Finds Rafael Leao, who does not beat his man. And here comes the lap on the break. The lap was onside, and we're 1-0 down. Great stuff. Rafael Leao in a Xavi. Just dumb again. It's Rafael Leao lost the ball and then one long ball over the top. We get caught and it's game over. Anyhow, Conte's in the box. Cuts it. No, he's going to shoot. No, he does cut it and Azem scores. Just like that, it's 1-1. 2 goals either side. Azem opens up his account in the Premier League. He's already scored in the Conference League. And Conte with an assist and it's 1-1. Struggling for the ball, which we're a team that likes a lot of the ball. So, yeah. Not great. Anyway, Robson, good free kick, backstick. Kim's a big boy. He doesn't even get up. Conte recycles. Or tries to beat his man and loses out. And instead of going to press the ball, we've let Garnacho take a touch. Very well done there, Bolly. This is going to end up in a goal, isn't it? Well, good block from Kim Sang-hyun. And Bolly actually does well to not concede the corner, but the throw. Way too easy, though. We lost the ball there, and then a long ball that Bolly really should have just stepped up and headed that he'd let drop for their winger, which is not nice. Rafael Leao, outside of that mistake for their goal, and it wasn't even like it was his mistake, just he really didn't have any room to beat his man and tried to, where he should have just held the ball and played it back to his fullback or centre-back. He's actually played really well out wide in this one. I'm delighted with the performance, what I'm going to say, because we have lost our first 2 games, so let's keep morale high. And we're 45 minutes away from what would be a nice point, to be fair. I think 2 points would be ideal from these first 4 games, considering the 4 that we've got. I wouldn't mind a win. I wouldn't mind 2 draws. I wouldn't mind 1 draw. And that should have been a goal. Hansi has kept really poorly to start this season. He stepped to come for the cross and then stopped. Our club captain started really flailing at crosses. Should be getting better, but I actually think this is one of his worst starts of a season, but maybe we're just being a little bit nitpicky because we haven't won a game. But yeah, Rafael Leao, ball over the top to Conte's unreal. Conte with a big chance. Can't be missing those. Great ball from Rafael Leao. He's looking fantastic up front, Rafael Leao. But that is a bad miss from Conte. He really should have scored. Anyway, another one of these short corners which seem to be really working. It's not our main corner, but it seems to be happening. Robson puts it wide. Another one that Robson's missed. Had a couple big chances, hit the bar, Robson. He's missed that one there. You know, he's decent at finishing. Should be, hitting the target. Not the case. Anyway, good press from us. And then Bolly gives away the ball, wins it. And then Azem takes a great touch here. Conte. And it's going to be Chelsea to build back out. Chips it. Bolly does very well. And then what is Bolly getting at? Thankfully, he wins the ball. Now keep it. 2 free headers from our fullback. Both times he's decided to head it into the middle of the park, into a 50-50 where just a free header to a teammate would be nice. Anyway, Diaz, like the professional footballers. Great run from Rafael Leao. Oh, Conte, I'm taking him off. Conte's missed a big one-on-one and then a cut to the top of the 6-yard box from Leao, and Conte has missed from inside the 6-yard box. Conte should have had a couple. That is a 0.8 XG chance, and he's put it wide. Conte will be coming off here. Bolly does well. Robson. Great run by Bolly. Conte's in the box again. He's offside. All right, that's it. He's off. He is off. Villagra is up front. So he's missed a chipped one-on-one, which any decent finish was a goal. He's hit the bar. He's then missed from inside the 6-yard box where he was offside, where he was onside and missed the target. And then he gets this beautiful move. Bolly finally whips the ball in and he's standing in an offside position. Yes, he's offside. Beautiful. We should be 3-1 up. Instead, it's 1-1. We're yet to win a game this season. It's 1-1. We should be 3-1 up. Villagra's on. Azem for Javi. Javi off. Doma's looked really good so far this season, so out he comes. Robson's not had the best of game. Don't really have a winger out there apart from Joe Jones. I'm just going to leave Robson out there. Just go do what you need to do, Robson. You can create something out of nothing. Rafael Leao finds his ball into Diaz. I have a planned move / change in a second. Koulibaly, Azem, good ball out to Robson. It does involve Robson. If we don't score, even if we do score, I think I'll do it. If we concede, I think we'll do it. Doma, what a run. Doma does brilliantly, cuts it back to Koulibaly, and we score. Here is your change. I'm going to go into a winger on Robson, and he will cut inside with the ball and do all of that. Deflected and in, we lead 2-1. Big call, but I'm going to bring Cannavaro in for Justin, who's not had the best of game. Justin's going to go, he's going to go and cover Cannavaro last 10 minutes. Start time wasting a little bit here as well. Would be a nice victory. Midfield's had a pretty good game. Deserve to win. Will we, though, is the question. The answer is yes. We finally get our first win of the season. We beat Chelsea at Stamford Bridge for the second year in a row. We were the better side. If Conte knew how to finish, we would have won this game by a few goals. Wasn't the case. But no one gave us a chance. We won. Brilliant. We start our campaign with a win. We get our first points of the campaign with a win here against Chelsea away from home. And look, if you told me that after playing Arsenal, United, Chelsea, then Liverpool as your first 4 games of the season, we were on 3 points, it would have been like, that's okay. And now we just get a free hit against Liverpool. Draw, it's brilliant. Win, we're in dreamland. And lose, it's kind of expected. But, yeah. In terms of the squad, though, here we play Blackburn. I am going to rotate the squad again. I will play Handsy in goal, though, just in case we go to a penalty shootout and stuff. And I am going to take Rafael out, who looked fantastic for Valagra. And get Valagra out wide. I think that's going to be fine here for this one incoming. Doma, again, looked fantastic as well. So, yeah, I might even get Robson in here to play this one as a midfielder. He's not been in the best of form. Doma's looked good. Yeah, look, if Conte knew how to finish, bang, unreal. But that was a pretty good performance, so I'm pretty happy with that. View all offers here. We're going to reject both here for Andy Wakefield. Actually, wouldn't mind giving Wakefield a game here. But I don't know who I'm dropping. Could actually move maybe Xavi and Dylan around and then play Wakefield as a midfielder, but as a DM. But I don't want to really do that. I might get Wakefield to the bench though and rest. Rest Zem. I think we need an attacking midfielder. Doma can come on. Doma's looked really good so far to start the season. I'm very happy with Doma. I think that's been a great pickup. Wakefield's going to complain. A couple weeks. Going to say no club's going to bid 16 million for Andy Wakefield, so we're just going to promise that ain't 16 million, and then we get to keep him against his will. He's good for registration, and then yeah, it's good for European registration. But Kadayu's back in a couple of weeks. He might be back for this West Ham game, to be fair, Kadayu, but he shouldn't be back yet. But look, all of a sudden we win this game here against Blackpool, and we're okay. You know, we're doing all right. Blackpool finished sitting 20th in League One. We have an absolute massive habit at this football club of losing games against sides in League One and League Two in the Cabaret Cup. I really want to go on a run in the Cabaret Cup at some stage. And I think this would be a great season to do it. Cabaret Cup, Europa Conference League plus League Football. Yes, that's a headache in terms of fixtures. But what is good is it allows a lot of my backup players and my reserve players to play. And now a lot of our reserve players are players that are learning positions that they don't know how to play, that have really high class potential. So that's more games that they're going to be able to learn and play in, which is really good. Because what should happen is we should win our first few games in the Conference League fairly comfortably, and then just finish top 24 easy, and then yeah. I think we can, because the Conference League should be fairly straightforward until the later stages. Should be being the operative word. And yeah. Is what it is. Anyway, slightly rotated side. I'm going to play Handsy. If we are winning by a couple of goals, I'm going to bring Handsy off for, obviously, Rinchy Brown, our backup Australian goalkeeper. But yeah, Handsy's going to play. Draft's going to play. Shelby will play. Cannavaro will play again. Trying to keep him happy, of course. Trying to keep him here at the football club, Cannavaro. Would love to see him develop that a little bit more. You know, if he developed that touch more, he would be a very good footballer. But yeah, Ryan obviously playing in the hole, and as club captain, Robson's going to get a start in the middle of the park with Xavi. Does he prefer playing in that role maybe? No, he prefers that one. That's fine. Valagra will start because he's been out of form, so hopefully he goes and gets a goal here. Joe Jones will get another start, obviously from our youth academy. He's fantastic, got a lot of potential, so happy with that. Chicharito's learning the role. Valagra's going to be there. Shelby's learning the role. He started developing quite nicely.
The best word I can say. But
Bones, thank you for the follow. We got obviously Mario Draft, who is learning too.
What was this? It was really good.
Yeah, they should be fine, these boys, and should be developing quite a lot. And hopefully, fingers crossed, they will. Do need to go bathroom here fairly quickly and probably flick the light on in here as well. But let's see what we can do, lads. Oh, we have a red card to Haddon. Oh, beautiful. Great stuff. Who we're dragging here early doors? I'm going to drag Chicharito actually to come play centre-back, even though he's not the centre-back, which is fine. And I'm actually going to move Robson. Oh, I'm actually going to move Javi into attacking midfield. And then do that. So we have a red card. Just typical us in the Cabarro Cup finding a way to lose games of football. But yeah. Anyhow, hopefully we play okay here. We're still going to stay unbalanced and do what we need to do and whatever. Yeah, don't know why they're sentimental in an Ashes series. Sorry, Collage, you're not in our best 22, you're off. Best 11, sorry, you're off. Bye. And then, yeah. Anyway, Chicharito goes short to Villagra. Back to Chicharito. Shoots. Falls to Shelvey of all people. And Callum Shelvey from centre-back, who is a natural striker, but is learning to play centre-back because he has centre-back stats, scores and 1-0 up here, which is quite nice. We will take that and we will run. Highlight from kickoff, though, straight away. Which I don't like. Typical FM, highlight from kickoff equals goal. Good save by Hansy. Does well there. Does Mr. Hansy. Highlight still continues, which is not good. Just probably having a trundle because why not? It's a glorified, just whatever. It's a whatever game. They play their B-tie side and we play a side that we don't really care about. So, yeah. In the end, though, 1-0 up here, which is quite nice. I'm going to make one slight change and go into a little bit more time wasting because I think that would help us out quite a fair bit. And, yeah. Cannavaro finds Robson. Back into Cannavaro. Dylan Ryan, Xavi. Villagra made a good run, and there he goes, Villagra. Now do some magic, Villagra. What a ball, Joe Jones. That's offside, unlucky. Great finish, great ball from Cannavaro. Not known for that, is Cannavaro, but there you go. Robson in the Joe Jones. Good ball. Oh, it was the right ball. Just didn't find his man. Right on half-time. This is going to be a pointless highlight, but that's fine. All right, 45 minutes away with 10 men to win the game. Not bad, not bad, not bad. Not bad, not bad, not bad. If you do ever want to catch up on the save, though, everyone, over on YouTube, you've got two playlists. You've got the playlist to, obviously, the episodes that we're filming, and you've also got the VOD. So every stream that I do, I stream on YouTube and on Twitch. And with the YouTube streams, you can actually catch up. It's all in chronological order for you to go and press a playlist and watch them all. 45 minutes away from what would be a pretty good result. Hopefully. That will end that way. Seeing highlights of us trying to score, which I quite like. But, yeah, anyhow. Cannavaro should be able to pick that up. 10 men. We're doing all right. Ryan. Villagra, Xavi, great balling for Joe Jones, actually weighted beautifully. What a ball from Xavi and Joe Jones, Mr. Jordan Jones. Joe Jones is effectively called with a nice little dinked finish. That beats Warren and we're 2-0 up here with 10 men. Great ball from Xavi, it has to be said. Robson now to whip one in. Instead he goes short to Jordan Jones. Puts it just wide. Unlucky from Joe Jones. Going to get Hattie in for Villagra, because he will start the next one there over Rafael Leao, I think. No, we'll probably start Rafael Leao again, to be honest. And Wakefield will come in for Robson, who will start, and then we'll just do that. Cancel all that. And then let's just do that again while we're on the combined screen, you stupid game. Hattie in for Villagra. Wakefield in for Robson. Move these two around. And confirm those two changes. Right, they need 2 goals from nothing. From if they score now, it becomes quite nervy. Look, if that beat Hansy, our normal goalkeeper, from that far out, then you deserve to score. But yeah. In the end, doing well. Unfortunately, being 10 men, I wasn't able to bring Richie Brown off the bench for this one, but that's fine. Back four's had a pretty good game. No other changes I think we need to make. We're just going to let this game tick away here. Comes a highlight. Shelby, Cannavaro. Back into Chicharito. Shelby. Shelby going on a run. What a run from centre-back. 6'8", Shelby. Would have been a great goal. I'm going to leave it on balance. I was thinking about going very defensive. We're just going to leave it. Would have been outrageous. Chicharito. Knows how to hit a free kick. Chicharito, backstick ball. Oh, nearly. One on the break maybe for them. Tell you what, it should be one on the break here. I've actually done well to get numbers back here. Sanctuary does well and then shoots, and that's going to be easy for Hansy. And it's all she wrote after the 9th minute red card for Haddon. We have scored 2 goals. We've won 2-0, and I'm pretty happy with that one there. The boys have played fantastically well. Callum Shelby, who's learning to play centre-back, with an 8.4, clean sheet, and a victory. Hadn't suspended for 1 game. Don't appeal. It was a dumb challenge. I was out the room, and I didn't even know it was a dumb challenge. Very well done, Mr. Shelby, in the last game. Very well done indeed. We are obviously going to go into the first string side here, which is that one there. And I will get Jose Cadieu to the bench because I don't think he's going to be fit. Haddon's going to come out here for Cannavaro. And then I'm going to start Xavi again because we look pretty good. Move these two around. And I'm going to bring Rafael Leao in again for Villagra, who's had a stinker to start the season, it has to be said. He'll get going. I have full faith he'll get going, and yeah. So for Argentina and the Olympics, he averaged over a 7 in every one of those games, playing as a wide forward. So I believe that he's in the right role, which is fine. I think that is our best 11 here for this next game, though, against Liverpool. Who did they make a loan appearance for from Mali? He's going to be part of the under-21 squad, so no. Anyhow.
best
Thank
word
you
I
for the
can say
follow.
that will describe this was boom.
Thank you, Jay. Where you watching from, mate?
Ooh, what was this? It
Thank
was
you
really
very
good.
much for checking us out here tonight. Hopefully you're doing well. Pretty slow stream actually for YouTube, but over on Twitch we're doing quite well, which is good. 10 mil release fee for Yan. I would love to, but I don't have the funds to go getting anyone. We do have our recruitment focuses in play though, which is quite nice. USA, brother. That's good, mate. Doing well. A lot of good Euro kids obviously around. Like in progress, there's a few as well. Nearly matches, all that sort of stuff. Europe doesn't really surprise me. South America, obviously where we're looking. This centre back's sensational, but I can't sign him just yet. Catano looks very good as well. In progress, we've got 20 in progress, so we're just waiting on scout reports. Like 170k for this guy from Sao Paulo would be not bad. Velez, Daniel Jansen. USA Wonder Kids, we've actually got 2 on this list. USA, South America. Match 2. This guy on a free called Mateo. Look, again, on a free, he probably was worth a punt, but not particularly think he's going to come in and really do much. Canadian, consistent performer. Don't really need that sort of player. I'm 18, want to become a coach in football, don't know where to start. Oh, interesting. So, for those that don't know, Damien did some coaching and tried to actually go and become a coach. I actually burnt out a lot. I was half decent goalkeeper coach. Not a great one, but half decent. I was young, obviously learning. I got into it because I actually knew someone was playing for Adelaide United. They opened their own academy and asked me to be their goalkeeper coach because they knew I was a keeper. And I said yes. Did some just volunteer work on the Sunday. Saturday with these academy kids. And then that snowballed into a club's like, hey, we need a junior goalkeeper coach. Yeah, I'll come on board. Earn my couple $60 an hour, whatever it is, couple hours, $120 a week. No bad, not too bad. And then started doing the senior coach with the club up the road because they needed a goalkeeper coach. So I went out there with one of their older coaches to help him out. And then obviously COVID came around, I burnt out a bit, all that sort of stuff. But yeah, the main way that I got into it was obviously I volunteered. So I would actually go around to a couple of your local clubs and go, hey, look, I want to get into coaching. Have you got and I would highly recommend this. I didn't. I wanted just to coach seniors straight away, even as a 19-year-old or whatever. Highly recommend. You got it on the 13, 14 side, 12 side that I can take because you can start implementing a philosophy and build them up for like a couple of seasons together, like take them from 12s to 15s, 16s, and really just build them up. And that way the club will be, you stick around with this group, they'll probably pay for a junior coaching course and a couple other things. And then that way you can get some experience and get it on the CV. It looks really good. Something I wish I did. But yeah, highly recommend just going out and volunteering is probably the best way with your local clubs. This guy is a centre back from Iran, and he looks pretty damn decent. Not gonna lie, I don't need him, but yeah, he looks decent. 6'4", fairly well rounded, great determination. Think he's not bad. In progress, we've got 30 in progress. We got this guy who's from the UAE. No one here from Australia, which is unfortunate. Which is no good. We'd love an Australian. But yeah. A lot of 19-year-olds, 18-year-old keeper. Another 18-year-old, but they're already on big money. Like, look at this. 185k a week. So yeah, there's some weird stuff going on. Nothing in Africa just yet, even though this kid should be on the list. It's a pretty good DLP, actually, when you come to look at him. Look at that. 5'9", fairly well-rounded. Don't think he's going to be special, but he's not bad in progress. No one else, really. He's got Kaiser Chiefs. He's got 20 jumping reach. This guy, Golden Arrows, actually comes up. 550. 18 years of age. Pretty good left foot, decent right foot. It'd actually be a pretty decent thing. Yeah, look, that's the thing. If you think you can go in there and change it, then that's always good too. Good place to start. Very interesting to maybe try and get him in, but that's fine. I think we're not going to do any business right now, then yeah. Any save ideas after this? I do have a plan. Oh, mandatory 8.5 mil future fee for Wakefield. It's tempting, you know. Even though he's part of my homegrown list, he's only a League 2 player, so to get 8.5 mil from this guy's probably very decent to cash out. 3.5 mil now, and then over 6 months, so over a year, we get another 4.9. We get 30% of his next sale as well. So, like, if he goes and plays well at NAC and develops and then leaves for 10 mil, we get another 3 mil from that. That's actually quite decent. They do get a year of me paying their wage, but it's only 18k, and I think the club's doing okay with wage now that we sold Franco. I'm almost tempted to take that, not going to lie. I really don't want to get rid of kids that come from my academy. And obviously, I've quite enjoyed Andy Wakefield. He came through in season 1 with Don Weller. Now, Weller I've actually already got rid of. I was hoping to use a bit of Andy Wakefield if we had a bit of an injury crisis and stuff. But I think this just frees up another player to, you know, do whatever. So, like, you got Lucas, who is younger and got better potential, whoever he is, Lucas Budd, right? Still got 5-star potential. Still got, you know, he can do a lot of things. And if we go to our squad in the 18s, thing is, he covers centre back, left back, and centre defensive. Like, we've got a right back, a winger that's apparently doing really well, Andy Hemmings. Oh, no, Andy Hemmings came out in the last intake. He was pretty good, actually. Never mind. Wayne Hall. The best one that came through was the keeper. Doesn't look like he's doing anything. That's unfortunate. Yeah, I think we take that. I think that's a good enough bid, actually. I think that is a good enough bid, to be fair. Paolo wants to leave. 51 million. Look, if I had the 51 mil, it would be pretty damn decent, but yeah. We get Stockport City, which is not bad. Stockport have actually had a pretty good time of it in the save. They're in the championship, always fighting to go up as well. I think they were in the Prem for 1 season already. So, yeah. Anyhow. Jose's coming back into the team. He is back fit in 7 days. He's not going to play against Liverpool, but he'll make the bench. And then we'll play him, obviously, in the next one. Wow, Wakefield rejects the loan. Look, that's your fault, buddy. We accepted it, and he said, no, that's fine. We'll keep you around. Doesn't bother me. Should have took it. He wanted to leave. I think that's a team that starts. Rafael Leao's actually started really well. What made you get such a good rating against Chelsea? Probably just the fact that he was on the ball and played a couple good passes. Conte should have scored one that gave him an assist. We'll play him here, and then we'll go back to obviously just playing Valagra because he's got potential to develop. But, yeah. That was 8.5 mil with 30% of the next sale. That would have been nice for Wakefield. Optional fee. It's an optional one. Don't really care about it being optional. Oh, they've said yes to a future fee of 5 matches is 12.5 mil, which is not the worst. I'll take that then. He rejects it again. He's doing this, and whatever, I don't really care. Liverpool win for Dell. Yeah, we wanted Dell if he didn't want to come in for us. Good signing, Dell. No offers for Reed. No matter what you do, you just get some players that just refuse to leave or don't get bids. This FM, I've tried everything for Reed to go, but yeah. Intermediary hasn't worked. Nothing's worked. So yeah, Mark's past is used by date here at the football club. All right, windows closed. Premier League squad, no one's unregistered, so that's fine. One of our youth players just got poached by Liverpool. What's new? Check that. Well, they ain't going anywhere, mate. He's playing up front. He's learning his role. He's doing it all. That's what I said here, but yeah. Haddon accepts his fine, so he should. Very silly, Mr. Haddon. Very silly. You still have potential to be really good, though, but very silly. Yeah, I wouldn't have minded if Kim developed a little bit more and had a bid come in, but that's fine. It's all good. Intermediary's unable to find offer for Reed. What's new? Jose Caddy failed his fitness test. As I said, he will make the bench, but he won't play unless it's the last 10 minutes if we need a goal here against Liverpool. Rafael Leao looked really good against Chelsea, so I'm going to start him again over Villagra. But Villagra will obviously come off the bench and then start against West Ham. But yeah, Hansi, Bolly, Kim, Justin and Diaz, Koulibaly, Xavi and Azem, Robson, Leao and Conte. Let's see how we go in this one here. Hopefully we do okay. We did beat Liverpool home and away, playing the 4-3-3 last season in the FA Cup and in the league. We won at Anfield 2-1 after being 1-0 down, and then we played them in the FA Cup 4 days later. We won 2-0 here at home. Would love to get a result, but Ekatike, Wirtz, Mora, Nyon, Kirkes, Frimpong, all fantastic. We already know about that winger with a really long last name. I've shown him a few times. He's world class. Yeah, they're very good. But anyhow, away we go. Two teams battling in the white. And look, would right now snap your hand off for a 0-0 draw. A very easy 0-0 win. 0-0 result, sorry, I should say. Would be a win for us, is what I was trying to say. But yeah, hopefully it'll be all right. Anyway, Rafael Leao, who has looked really good in a Maidenhead shirt. And he does well and holds it up and goes back to Koulibaly, who's been fantastic since coming in January last year. Robson finds Bolly. Bolly now can whip the ball. Surely he does. Got numbers queuing. Finds Azem in the box. Azem cuts it. Koulibaly's there. Effort's blocked. And, well, apparently it's an own goal for Rodrigo Mora, even though it was an effort on target from an open goal. So, we're 1-0 up for a Rodrigo Mora own goal. It's a bit weird how they give own goals out in this game. Koulibaly, here we go. So, apparently this shot here that is flicked off Mora, who knows nothing about it, from Conte, whose effort is on target, is not going to count as his goal. It's pretty ridiculous. But there we go. We lead 1-0. Great. We'll take it. But yeah, that annoys me because that's the difference between Conte looking like he's had a decent start to the year and a poor start. What that does look like is a great touch from Mora, who scored the own goal, but Hugo is offside, Mr. Ekatike, and that is going to stay at 1-0. Anyhow, done pretty well. It's offside. Great ball from Neom here, who has got fantastic potential. Just offside is Hugo Ekatike. Hopefully the boys continue to play pretty well. Look, on paper, doing what we need to do, which is good. Not much happening though, which I'm over the moon with, by the way, if not much happens. I'm delighted with the performance. 45 minutes away from what would be a fantastic result for us. Jeremy Frimpong on the run. Nyon. Frimpong. Cups, who looks fantastic on this year's game as well. Rafael Vega, another player everyone probably will know. Wonder kids of yesteryear. Still wonder kids of this year, just remember 9 seasons in. Here's that. Wow, it's a goal. Apparently it's offside. Wow, I don't know how this is offside against Gennaro, who is the winger that we have shown plenty of time on the save already. But apparently he's offside. I don't think he was live. Was their winger. Oh, that is tight. We'll take it. And there we go. As it stands, still 1-0 to the good. I'll make a couple of changes. Robson's going to go in more as a winger. And tell him just to not run from positions, follow the tactic. But sit a little narrower, which is fine. Going to get Rafael out for Villagra. And Conte for Chicharito. And Javi's had a stinker, so Zem's going to go on the other side. We're going to get Doma in as well. Couple of changes. Keeping that back four. We're very tempted to bring on Super Mario off the bench, but that back four is doing quite well at the moment. Robson's having an absolute stinker. He hasn't really been able to get going out there wide right, which is a bit annoying, but it will come for him. Highlight here, Chicharito, 6'2", taking the corner. This annoys me. He should not be the one taking the corner. He should be the one in the box. But anyway, it's a good ball. And Justin heads just wide. If it went in the back of the net, it's a masterstroke. But yeah, that's quite annoying to see my big tall striker not in the box. Anyway, Doma on the ball. Falls to Koulibaly. Looks for Chicharito. Falls to Villagra. Can he do something maybe? Azem. Diaz. Azem. Ball in. Chicharito holds it up. Bolly now can shoot. Puts it just wide. Unfortunate. Well worked. Would have preferred to see Chicharito turn and hit, but that's fine. Very nice move from us. Time is ticking away. 85th minute. Diaz picks up the ball. Villagra keeping that width. Can run at people. And there he goes. Driving at delight. Koulibaly. Ball out to Bolly. Robson doesn't make a run. Doma. Chicharito. Great ball to Villagra. Well done, Chicharito in that deeper lying forward roll. 6'2", rolls his man. And Villagra off the bench gets his goal-scoring drought ousted. And he scores, breaks his drought, and it's 2-0. We're going to beat Liverpool. Great run from Villagra. Great ball from Chicharito. And a good finish to make it 2-0. With that happening, I'm going to get Mr. Joe Jones out on one side. And I am going to get Mr. Dylan Ryan in for a Zem as well. That is a very well-worked move. We win 2-0. We keep a clean sheet. When we have the settled back four of Diaz, Justin, Kim, Bolly, and Hansi in the goals, we seem to do all right. The first two games, obviously, Diaz was suspended for. Koulibaly does well. That back four with the defensive midfielder, delightful. Villagra off the bench. Chicharito with the assist. That is a very, very, very great. That's a big result. It's a great result. It's a very good result. I'm over the moon with that result. That is outrageously good. And thank you very much for that 6 point, for those 3 points. We're on 6 points now. Now we've played 4 games against United, Arsenal, Chelsea and Liverpool. We're on 6 points and we're in 8th. That is brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Now we've got some easier run of fixtures in the league that we should be winning. And yeah, should being the key word. How has Nyberg even gone out there? Played 34 games in 5 games, actually done pretty well. Not that I would buy him back, just, yeah. Silver Fawns, Sammy. Would have loved to have got Sammy in, but yeah, he chose to go where he chose to go, which was Wolves over us, understandable. Robson's developing. He just needs to learn the role. Once he learns the role, I think he'll be fine out here. We're obviously going to get Valagra back in, Azem out here, and we're going to go and get Cannavaro for Cadieu. Cadieu in there. And where's Hatton? Hatton's still going to be suspended, I think, for this next game. But yeah, now we've got the midfield that I really want out there, which is good. So we should be right. Going to play full strength here against West Ham. I'm then going to go full strength against Torosimo in the next league game, in the first Conference League game. And then I'll rotate. No, I'll probably go full strength against Sheffield, then rotate against City and just throw the City game. And just be like, look, we're going to lose the City, so it doesn't really matter. Vo Van Found, the centre attacking mid that chose Liverpool over us, has done very well. And has now got his game for Liverpool. Two matches. We knew that was going to happen, so don't appeal. That is perfectly fine. Yeah, we got a big gap here, so I may as well just go full strength gap. Maybe some slight rotation for Sheffield, to be fair. It's only a couple of days later, so like Valagra out for Rafael Leao. Maybe get Jones to start a game over Robson. And then, yeah. Needs to be playing more minutes, unfortunately. Yeah, he's played 3 games in the Cup, Mitchell Strong, all off the bench, which is not good. Needs to be playing a little bit more minutes, our Australian, who's out on loan. But we've got West Ham here. Big old game here against West Ham. See what we can do. Hopefully it'll be alright. If you are watching, say good day. Let me know where you're watching from. If you're watching over on Twitch, thank you for being part of the OG community. If you're watching over on YouTube, give it a like, subscribe. It's good to grow the community. We're at 597 subs. Would love to get to 600. Not tonight. I'm a realist, but you know, get it to some point would be nice. Would be nice indeed. Haddon's developing. Good to see. Cuddy has been past fit, which is good. And we'll get to play our first game of our full strap side, our proper full strap side. So that's Hansi, Bolly, Kim, Justin, Diaz, Koulibaly, Jose, Zem, Robson, Valagra, and Conte. On paper, I think that's a team that can win most games in the league, personally. Like, we should go out here and beat West Ham comfortably, I believe. But yeah, we'll wait and we'll see. Nice to see Valagra scoring in his last game out. This is the team that will, if they play well and there's no injuries or whatever, this is the team that's going to play our first game in the league phase as well. And then, yeah. pretty standard 11 here. Yeah, Gustavo Sarr, great player. Murphy up front, I don't know who that is for West Ham, but yeah, we'll go find out. At home, just beat Liverpool here. Should be able to go and put in a good performance. Only a couple of slight little changes to the squad here. Jose's in and Valagra's back. And that should really improve us. Valagra got to take this short corner. And Azem. Valagra still here. Robson back to Valagra. Back to Robson. Good ball to Koulibaly. Justin. Diaz. Can he whip the ball in the box maybe? Instead he's going to shoot because that's what all fullbacks do. Even though I've got him to shoot less often. And cross the ball more. As in early. Just, yeah. Anyhow. Apparently it's going to be a clear-cut chance or something. But yeah. Who does this Murphy guy look like? He's fairly decent. Got great physicals as Jack Murphy. Would sign him on a free or like early. Jallo's another one. 22-year-old Gambian. Pretty quick. Got good potential. Interesting. But anyway. 18 minutes in. 0-0. We've started well. Jose back from injury. Good to see him. Did play the first game of the season where he got injured against Arsenal. Direct passes or small passes? I'm playing on balanced at the moment. LMNG 1906, but shorter passes I prefer. Valagra, unfortunate. He's got a good left foot. Preferring to see him crack that with his left foot, but in the end it was a kind of a weak, tame finish. A well-worked move though. 19 minutes in, we have started pretty well, but no goal to write home with. Hopefully we do find that moment. Haven't really given West Ham much here this half. Match momentum is all us. Approaching half-time would be a nice time to get a goal. Hopefully it's a goal for us, not a goal for West Ham here, as they have the ball deep in their half. Right. O'Reilly. And right again, and Tape. Well, here we go, boys. For all the domination we've had, it could be West Ham on the break or against the run of play. It should be West Ham against the run of play. That's unfortunately how the cookie crumbles sometime, and this is not good enough. We just kept 2 clean sheets. Well, sorry, maybe 2 clean sheets. Yeah, 2 clean sheets in a row. Just beat Liverpool 2-0 at home, and now we're 1-0 down to West Ham with their first shot on target. Always seems to be the way here on FM. Highlight right on half-time, which will be absolutely pointless. Very disappointing display here. Very disappointing display. All the domination that we've had, it is going to be 1-0 down at half-time. A goal against the run of play, their only real moment, and that is not good. Some changes we can make in a little bit. We're going to leave it on balance here for about another 5-6 minutes if we get a goal. If not, we'll go into attacking pretty early, I think. And I think we will go into attacking now here, and then in the 60th we'll make a couple of changes straight off the bat. I'll make those couple of changes now. Few changes straight off the bat. Rafael Leao's on. Valagra's moved up front. Draft on at right back over Bolly, and Dom is in. It's going to be 2-0. This is ridiculous. How do we beat Liverpool 2-0 and then we can't go and win a game against West Ham? Game makes no sense. Chicharito on, move Valagra on the other side, see if it helps. Still only need a goal to rescue a point here, which would be nice. Diaz, who had that big chance to cut it, instead he shot. Dom was going to shoot, let's be honest. Yeah. Highlight here. Justin heads away. Chicharito. He can hold it up and he can play Rafael Leao. Now the numbers need to go. Kubuna Ezem. Koulibaly. Great ball to Chicharito. Holds it up nicely. Great ball to Valagra. Valagra needs options. Gets it to the byline. Looks up. Cuts it. Doma. Leao. Falls to Chicharito. And what a save from Suzuki in goal. Sums up our day how we've not scored there. Absolute domination. And we are going to lose this game, which is a bit unfortunate. Even a very attacking late doors here. See if we get something. 5 minutes of added time. There is a highlight here to try and get an equaliser. Ball to Diaz. Cuts it back stick. No one gets up. Got options out wide. Super Mario can whip the ball. Dead Super Mario goes himself and puts it over the bar because apparently fullbacks are the bee's knees on FM. And unfortunately, we're going to lose. That's a bad one. We lose 1-0. That's no good. And yeah, that's all she wrote, really. Which is not good at all. So, not a great start to the season. That was a banking one to win, and we have not won that one, which is a little bit unlucky, which is all well and good. With that being said, though, guys, it does bring us here to 7:30. I do want to go and watch Big Brother. Yes, I do love my Big Brother. So, that's a 3-hour, 2.5-hour stream done. We had the start of the season, and you guys did see us qualify for Europe here today. We've also got a 1-month international break or 3-week international break incoming as well, which would make for poor viewing. So we are going to get off here so I can go watch the Big Brother Live nominations, etc. With that being said, thank you for being here tonight. Tomorrow night I do have a coaching session at 5 p.m. Or 5:30, so I don't think I'm going to be live before the pod. Podcast will be at 8 o'clock, obviously, on the Chasing Rank FPL channel. If I am live, it will probably be after the pod, or I'll be live more than likely going to be live on Wednesday morning with some poker. So, yeah, thank you for being here. We'll get another FM stream in at some point, and I'll